What's going on, everybody? My name is Mickey, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We just finished listening to the final song on Led Zeppelin III, so that means we've listened to the first album, the second album, and the third album. And I believe there was one song from the fourth album, When the Levee Breaks, that I listened to, very first song on this channel, matter of fact. But what I wanted to do today was I wanted to, before we started the Led Zeppelin 4 journey, which I know is a huge album. I know Stairway to Heaven is on it, When the Levee Breaks, and then there's a couple other songs that I'm familiar with as well. So before we started that, I wanted to take the time, and for myself also, it was a little bit of a journey to break down what my top Led Zeppelin songs are so far. So when I originally decided to do this, I was gonna just limit it to 5 songs. But as I started going through, I was like, well, I can't leave this one off the list, and I can't leave this one off the list. And I quickly realized that I've already amassed uh, a lot of favorites when it comes to Led Zeppelin. So this was a difficult task for me. So I decided to stretch it to 10. And even at 10, that was a little bit dicey too, as well. So I've really enjoyed this journey. I hope you guys have as well. So just remember that this is my opinion of the songs that I like to listen to. So it may be different from yours, and that's okay. I just wanted to put this out there to give you guys some context so you'll kind of know which ones that I lean more towards, which songs that I like. And this list has changed. I'll be honest, when I went back and listened to all the songs, there were some songs on this list that I didn't think I would put, and other songs that I thought would be higher. So as I went back and was listening to them over again and making this list, I quickly discovered that this was going to be a tough task. But having said all that, let's not waste any more time and get to this top 10. Okay, so before we do the top 10, there's a couple of honorable mentions. These were right there on the edge of making the top 10 list for me. I really struggled, and if I did this list again tomorrow, a couple of them probably would have made it in the top 10, and a couple of the others wouldn't be the honorable mentions. But we're going to start out with the first one is Immigrant Song. Phenomenal song, it's the leading song off the third album, and we get that iconic scream from Robert Plant opening up this song. Really fun song. The guitar riff was real heavy and catchy. So it was right there on the edge of making it in for me. But can't have them all in there. So the next one, and these are in no particular order as well. How Many More Times was another one. Really, really, and loved the solo and the drums on this guitar. I mean, on this song. And we also got that guitar when Jimmy Page was playing with the bow on this song. So such once again, another great song that was pretty close for me, but didn't quite make it. And then this one may surprise you a little bit. I actually had it in and out of the top 10. If you remember my reaction on the Gallows Pole, I'm sorry. But the more well, when I first heard this song, I said on the reaction that it wasn't my favorite song, and a couple of you called me out on that. But the more I listened to this song, the more it grew on me, and it almost was my number 10 song. So, like I said, if I did this list tomorrow, it would probably be number 10. But today, that's where we're at. And finally, on this one, and this one was the one I struggled with the most, and I know it's a favorite of a lot of you guys, but the Moby Dick song, which is an instrumental, but I just love the beginning of that song. We had the first 1 minute or so, give or take, that was the whole band, and it was just a good um, heavy guitar, just classic bluesy rock sound that was so good. And then we had the middle to the end where we had just that beautiful drum solo that we don't get to hear very often. I think I mentioned that in the reaction to this song. I just love the fact that they made it a track on the album. Um, so, like I said, it was real close. I really, really enjoy this song a lot, and it was very close to making it, but didn't quite make it. So, those are my 4 honorable mentions, if you will. Like I said, they could very easily be in the top 10 if I did this list on another day. But for now, today, that's where we are. So now that you've heard the honorable mentions, let's get to the top 10. All right, coming in at number 10, this song is from the third album. And at the time when I heard it, I think I mentioned that it may have been my favorite song on the album. And it's still pretty high up there. But it's also one that I struggled with pronouncing the name of the song. So we're going to do this. Not sure if you heard that. Bron Irad. Don't really know if I'm saying it correctly or not, but I love just the catchiness of this song. There was some hand clapping in this song to go along with the acoustic, just very fast. It was just a fun song for me. And, you know, every time I hear it, I can't help but bob my head to the song. I really appreciate it. It's very different than a lot of the songs that they've done previously. So I really enjoyed that song and love the up-tempo beat to it. So that's number 10 on my list. Now let's see what number 9 is. All right, coming in at number 9 is Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You. Now, this is one from the first album, and I remember hearing it for the first time. You know, it had just that acoustic, kind of soulful sound in the beginning, you know. Hear the bass now. I can hear it calling me the way it used to do. You know, you can tell that Robert is singing from his soul on this one. You can feel the emotions that he is putting into this song. And I can hear it calling me back home. And you know, we get a little bit of the electric guitar there towards the end, but for the most part, it was acoustic, if I remember correctly. I mean, there was some mixing in the electric guitar there. What is that? That's cool. The verses had this slow build up to it, and then on the chorus, you know, just kind of an explosion where it just hits you in the face, you know, and that it was just the way they constructed this song was just masterful. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one off the first album. All right, coming in at number 8 is a song from the second album, What Is and What Should Never Be. You know, this is another song that kind of came in a little bit lighter, and then they kind of hit you in the face. But what is and what should never be? I catch the wind, see it's been sailed away, leave the day way up high in the sky. You know, that sound had a little bit of a harder, funky sound, and then they slow it back down a little bit. You know, once again, Robert singing is so captivating and inviting. He draws you in and has you to where you are paying attention and feeling the song as he's singing it. Yeah, you will be mad about taking our time. And then also John Paul Jones on the bass on this one. That bass line in this song really stood out for me. And then you add, of course, the drums as well, just so beautiful. And then that twangy solo that we got from Jimmy Page, to me, was just the icing on the cake for this song. So that's number 8. Let's check out what's at number 7. All right, coming in at number 7 is another song from the second album, and this is Ramble On. You know, we have another acoustic intro with this song here. Nice bass. And we also have that incredible bass line with Robert once again painting the picture with his words and drawing us into this song.
I'm much obliged. But now I smell the rain, and with it pain, and it's heading my way. One thing I got to do, run along. The time is now. Sing my song. I'm going round the world.
And you know, it's just a classic. It's one of those classics. This was one of the Led Zeppelin songs that I was familiar with before I started this journey, but it was nice to go back and really listen to it and pay attention to all the parts to it. And that's when when I was going back listening to these songs again, I realized just how good this song is. I think one of the things that stood out for me about this song was just the chorus just kind of was such a little heavier. It hits you in the face. And like I said, the bass and the drums added everything to this song just makes this song a timeless classic. So, and it's becoming one of my favorites, hovering in there right around the middle right now. We'll see if it continues to move up or down as we add more songs to the list. All right, coming in at number 6 was this song was I think the second song I ever listened to from Led Zeppelin, and it's the Lemon Song. You know, it's just a bluesy, rocky vibe, just right from the get go, and that immediately drew me in to this song.
I wouldn't be here, my children. That's why I'm still alone.
Okay, yeah. You know, the guitar riff is so catchy in this song, but the more I listened to it, the more I realized that it was the bass line that was standing out in this song and was really kind of being the star of the show for this song. And having said that, you know, another thing that I love about this song is you can go back, and I've done this a couple of times, and listen to the song and focus on one member of the band. You know, one time focus on Jimmy Page, and you're able to pick out all of the guitar and hear those almost on its own. And then if you go back and listen to the bass line, same thing as well there. You can hear that bass stand out on its own along with the other instruments and the singing. And same way with the drums. You can follow along with the drums the whole way. You know, a lot of times songs will, when they mix the sounds together, sometimes that bass line will get lost, or sometimes the drums don't stand out as much as the guitar. But on this song here, they did such a tremendous job of having those elements there, but keeping them separate enough that you can pick up and appreciate each member on this song. Yeah, this song right here is one of the reasons why this top 5 list became a top 10 list. You know, I wanted to put it in the top 5, but the others there, you know, didn't quite just make it. If I did it again tomorrow, it might would make that top 5 list. But one of my favorite songs, and I really enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think down below. Now let's get to the top 5. All right, coming in at number 5 is a song from the first album, Good Times, Bad Times. You know, this song here, it's got it all. It's got everything. It's got a catchy rhythm. It's got a catchy hook. It's got that blues and rock kind of vibe to it. And the bass line, you know, especially there's a part where they, it's in between the I think the first verse and the chorus, or it's in the first part of the song, is when everything drops out and all you can hear is that bass line from John Paul Jones. And oh my God, is it so good, you know. Ooh, so good, you know, but also the rest of the song, like I said, it's got it all. I'm losing words. I don't have words to say. Coming in at number 4 is another song from the first album, and this one is I Can't Quit You, Baby.
I can't quit you, babe. So I'm gonna
Thank
put you
you.
down for a while.
I freaking love every minute of this song. You know, Jimmy Page is a blues master on this song. Robert Plant and his singing, once again, he's singing so soulful and with such passion and conviction that you're drawn in and you feel the pain that he is singing about in this song.
You know I love you, babe. My love for you I could never hide.
And you know, this song, it had such a bluesy vibe to it. And as you guys know, if you've watched my videos, that's kind of what I gravitate towards. I love that sound. And you know, John Bonham was just hammering away on the drums with this one. And this song, like I said, it's just got that bluesy rock vibe that I love. And like I said, it's just perfection. So, and being on the first album as well, another great song on that first album that just proves how good that Led Zeppelin is. So that is number 4. Let's get to number 3. All right, here's number 3, and this is where I really struggled between these top 3 songs. You know, this one I had at number 2 at one time, and I've moved it back to number 3. And then you thought about it for number 1 as well, but I think it fits well here at number 3, and it's called "Bring It On Home," the last song from the second album. Wow.
Got my ticker, got that load.
You know, the opening of this song, we have that bluesy riff, and you know, you've got Robert Plant. He's kind of singing with a growl in his voice, and then he has a little bit of a call and response with the harmonica there in the beginning. And you know, it's just such a cool vibe. Like I said, they set the tone with that bluesy vibe, and then and then they hit you with that bluesy, funky, hard rock guitar riff, just punch you right in the face with it. Gave me chills the first time that I saw or heard that. And even today, when I hear it, it just kind of hits me in the face again. I love that feeling. And that's what I was looking for when I started this journey, was to find the songs like this one right here that could just make me feel new music again, something I haven't felt in a long time. The bass and the drums on this one is another one, and I can't help every time I hear this song to shake my head to the beat of this song. It's such a good song. And like I said, this one was very close to being number 2 on the list. I mean, I love the way they ended this song. They slowed it back down. You just had that blues kind of riff going and ended it the way they started it, you know. Overall, phenomenal song. And like I said, this one was very close to being number 2 on my list, but didn't quite make it. But let's find out what song is number 2. So coming in at number 2 is Since I've Been Loving You. Now I've watched listened to and watched the original studio performance, and I've watched the live at the Madison Square Garden. This song has it all. I freaking love the organ in this song, the guitar soloing, just and even in the live version, I think I mentioned you can feel by watching them play it live that they feel the song. You know, they're giving everything they've got in this song with such passion.
I've been working from 7
Wow.
to 11 every night. Oh yeah, really makes a lot of drag. And I know that ain't right.
And you know, like I said, I love the blues, soulful sound of this song, and the organ, amazing. That little organ, sweet. And you know, like I said, the solo was so good in this song, but not only that, as the solo by Jimmy Page is being played, you can hear the organ in the background accompanying it, and the drums and the bass as well. Just such a phenomenal song. Here we go. Very worthy of number 2 on this list. A lot of you probably would have it at number 1, and it was a close. I mean, I had to really think about which one I wanted to put at number 1. And remember, these are from the songs that I have heard. You know, I haven't listened to everything yet, so there's more to come. But from the songs from the first 3 albums, this is where this sits. So now we're down to that final song, number 1. Let's see what it is. So from the first note of this song, I was hooked the first time I heard it. You know, we had this kind of bluesy, kind of fuzzy sound on the guitar, and then you had some harmonica that was accompanying it. And, you know, like I said, the first time I heard this, it drew me in. I knew I was going to like it. So coming in at number 1, we have You Shook Me. Oh, yeah. Harmonica, I hear it. Like I said, we had that heavy, bluesy, kind of fuzzy sound on the guitar. And then when Robert Plant started singing, and he had that kind of slow, kind of just wading through it kind of sound and feel to the song. And then when he drug out on the All Night Long, fell in love with that right away. That's a sound that I like. I like it when singers do that. You know, it kind of the accompanying words had a little bit slower tempo than the music.
You know you shook me.
And that's a heavy bass line. So that from the get-go was something that drew me to this song. I knew this one was going to be high on my list when it had that kind of drawn out singing and that bluesy guitar sound to it. But the chef's kiss for me on this song is that freaking organ solo. Oh my God. I didn't know how much I needed that in my life, but it fits so well with this song. It is so good, so incredible. Other bands didn't stand a chance, did they? You know, we didn't even need anything else because of that organ solo there, but then they give us the harmonica solo. and that on top of it, following the organ, to me was just a beautiful structure or a beautiful composition to this song. And then you just throw in Jimmy Page and his guitar solo right after that. There we go. To me, all of that together makes this my favorite song, number one on my list. And not to mention the bass and the drums as well in this song. Like I said, it's just I'm still blown away. This was from their first album, and it's such a good song. So, like I said, this one's going to be hard to beat for me. It's got everything that I like in a song, all in one. So that's why it's my number one. Let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think of my list? What's your top 10 list? Like I said, this is subjective, my opinion. So I know yours will be different. We'll have different reasons for liking the songs that we do. But I wanted to do this before we started the fourth album. So, like I said, let me know down below what you guys think, and I appreciate you being here, and I can't wait to start Led Zeppelin 4.